the end of the 2006 Formula One season, and we're here at Brazil. Fernando Alonso is trying to secure his second world championship, and Michael Schumacher is simultaneously trying to defeat him for his 8th. It's also the first time Michael decided to retire, and is his last race for Ferrari. But before we come back to Sao Paulo, I'd like to welcome everyone to episode FOURmula 1 of this week's edition of Smash or Pass, in honor of the new riveting season of Formula 1. Or maybe it won't be riveting, who knows. But anyways, if you enjoy the video, be sure to let me know in the comments below and maybe consider subscribing. But thanks for watching.
Likey.
So it's nearing the end of the race, and Michael needs all of the points he can get. For two legends of the sport, what type of legend will this moment leave?
They're side by side. Don't collide, guys. Please don't collide. Raikkonen gives him room. Schumacher is through.
That's some good close racing, perfectly showcasing the talents of the Iceman and the Regenmeister.
Yeah, I was having a shit.
Sometimes history repeats itself, and we're at the end of the 2012 season as Michael Schumacher is making his second retirement and last race for Mercedes. So, going into turn 1 with Raikkonen again, will the legacy of these two remain the same, or will it all go down the drain in the rain?
Raikkonen and Schumacher inches apart going through the center S's. I think they might have just touched. How they didn't completely come to grief, heaven only knows, but 8 world titles between them. They're not bad drivers, really, are they? That was absolutely sensational.
We're here at Brazil coming out of the pit lane. Driver Kamui Kobayashi is making his F1 debut, and he's about to be overtaken by former rival and future teammate, countryman Kazuki Nakajima. So, will this end in Subus ka Oikosu? Well, for Kazuki, it's a big Subus. A big smash. And unfortunately, it would be the second last race of his F1 career.
Kazuki was incredibly lucky not to be hit by the cars behind.
So we're at Brazil 2012 again. What can I say, it's a good track. But this time we're riding along with Kamui Kobayashi, and he's about to go for a move on Fernando Alonso that comes out of nowhere. So in the rain, will it all work out, or will it end in pain?
Kobayashi is coming at him. Kobayashi then down in the braking zone of turn 4, and he goes past Alonso. The Sauber is through.
One more Leroy Jenkins moment from Kamui Kobayashi before he waves goodbye to Sauber.
Nope, that's another great move from one of the underrated overtaking kings of Formula 1. And as David Croft called it, it's a real Leroy Jenkins type of move. And since I'm a big Kamui fan, here's a little bonus of him diving both Red Bulls in a Sauber at Brazil. You just so happen to want to know more about the life and career of Kamui, I made a video about it a while ago, and you can find it linked in the top right corner.
At least I have chicken.
So Esteban's driving along at Bahrain, and he hears some of the scariest words in motorsports.
Fight Maldonado.
So with that gauntlet laid down going into turn 1, will it be a smash or a pass for Maldonado?
Out of the pits and straight into Esteban Gutierrez, and you're right, almighty shunt from the side there.
Whoa.
Well, you might have seen that coming, but not only is that a smash, I think that's a double kickflip. Either way, while he did advance his position, probably not the best way to make a pass.
Not down the pit lane. Now they're looking at the sky. Whoa, what was that?
Now we return for another round of one of the greatest Formula 1 rivalries in the teens. Gutierrez versus Maldonado.
Now here's Maldonado on the outside.
So Gutierrez is going for a move. Will this work, or will he come off as a jerk?
And Gutierrez runs into him. Oh dear.
Well, he arrived way too fast, didn't he? Too bold, too late.
Even though Esteban hit Pastor, he's the one out of the race.
And that is it for Esteban Gutierrez.
Let that be a reminder. Maldonado never loses.
While Pastor came back to earth with a bump.
Danny Ricciardo cuts off Sebastian Vettel, who's already gained a place on Sergio Perez as they race now down.
Contact heading into turn 2 at the Russian Grand Prix leads to people scattering, heading across the escape roads and runoffs. As they join back onto the track, will they keep it clean, or will there be even more contact?
FOURmula.
There's a spin! There is a spinning Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel, and he is out at the first corner and the first braking zone of this Russian Grand Prix, and he throws his hands up in the air and thinks, no, not again.
Well, unfortunately, this is Danny Kvyat's torpedo arc.
What's going on?
Of course, it leads to a very unhappy Vettel, leading to this iconic radio message.
Oh, I'm out! Crash! Somebody hit me in the rear, turn 2, and then somebody hit me in the rear again in turn 3. For sake. Honestly, what the are we doing here?
And when you watch it back, you can see there's a smash here.
Wait for it, wait for it. Oh, there it goes.
And then another smash in turn 3.
Oh, he's ran again.
I mean, honestly, what are we doing here? Racing or bumper cars? Oh, wait, that references the wrong Red Bull driver.
Sake. Honestly.
Daniel versus Danny. Who wins in a fight between a honey badger and a torpedo?
Perfect defending by Fiat, but Ricciardo just locking up and took him with him as well.
Oh, well, looks like that was just a miss.
That's where it came. Ricciardo reversed into him.
No, there's the smash. Backwards smash. If you're on the Formula 1 grid, you can assume there are Red Bull affiliated drivers all around you. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't look behind you first.
I can't remember somebody getting a penalty for reversing into another car in the middle of a race, but I'm lucky.
And as a reputation-saving bonus, here's Danny Rick's way cooler triple overtake into turn 1 at Baku from his Red Bull days.
Stroll's got past Massa, Hulkenberg's hanging around. Wow, great control.
Oh, baby, a triple!
Hello and thanks again for watching another video. I've been trying to work on an old research style video like I used to make about Carlos Sainz Jr. while also working on some new ideas with weekend predictions or maybe weekend reviews while trying to keep these videos going and making some shorts. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, be sure to subscribe so you can see when I actually post something. But anyways, until next time, ciao.